Good afternoon, good morning, good evening, wherever you might be. I'm glad to be here today. I'm glad to be able to share on the owner's call. I love doing these owner's calls. I think it's absolutely fantastic. Another thing that we got to have grit through as owners, and I think this is absolutely fundamental to the success of your business. This is absolutely fundamental to who you are, is your own mental prowess, your own mental awareness. You got to take care of yourself. You got to take care of your own mind. This takes grit. This takes discipline. This takes hard work. You know how many mornings I wake up when the alarm goes off at 5 o'clock in the morning, and maybe I got back from a meeting at 11:30 p.m. and I'm sitting there, alarm goes off at 5, and all I can do is just look at that thing and say, I am so beat. I am so tired. I don't know how I'm going to do this. I don't know how I can even get out of bed. I'm so exhausted. But you know what? I got to get up, and I got to put one foot in front of the other, and I got to hit 3 breaths. And then you know what I got to do? I got to go work out. You know what I'm not going to do? I'm going to have the grit and the discipline not to check my email. Because you know what? That email is poison. That email is a poison to your brain. It's a poison to your mind. It's poison to your body. Because all it is the negativities and the requests of people that are outside of who you are. And so to make it in this business, I've been doing this for 20 plus years. That's 2 decades. And you know what? The number one thing that I do every single morning is take care of me. Because nobody's taking care of me but me. And if you can't take care of yourself, you can't take care of your team. So what do? I'm up. I work out 45 minutes every single day. I hit it hard in the gym. And then it's still all my time. You don't get that piece. And I get to read, and I read my Bible, because for me, that's so important, right? My spiritual connection is so important. I want to be fed by positive words that make my day better. And then I pray, because you know what? Life is tough. Business is tough. I can't handle all the challenges that are going to come before me. So I got to pray. I got to give them to God. I got to focus. And then I journal. I write down where I'm at and what I'm doing and where I'm going. And then I repeat that with my kids. And then I sit and I go have a little prayer time with some of my team members in the morning. Why? Because it's all about where our mental space is at. You know how much discipline that takes? You know how hard it is to force yourself not to jump into, okay, I got all this work to do. Okay, I got to get these bids out. Okay, I got to get this done. You know how much hard it is not to dive into the work and to have the grit and determination to take care of myself? Hardest thing I do every day. But that allows me to reset. That allows me to be focused. That allows me to be the best me. And if I don't do that, I'm not going to be successful. Have the grit to do the right thing. I got some guys out building some pavers behind my building for some work we're doing, and you know, it doesn't appear that everybody on our team gave them the right instructions. They didn't build it right. And they got to tear out all the pavers. And the guy says, I need $2,500 to do this. It's not my fault. It's not my fault. They told me to slope it here. They told me, and he's just adamant about it. It's like $2,500. And I'm just upset. I'm furious about it. So I light him and all his guys up. Tell them how bad they are. Tell them how it's their responsibility. Tell them I'm going to fire them. And I bully them into getting my way. And after I get my way and they're doing the work and they're like, man, we're not even making any money. The gas, the fuel, the time, the labor, it's taking longer, you know, all these things. I think to myself, what kind of guy am I? I think to myself, if I were to die tomorrow, what would I want to be remembered as? Would I want to be the remembered guy who got these guys for $2,500 or got them to drop their price $2,500, or do I want to be compassionate? Do I want to be caring? So I'm sitting in my office, no joke, and I'm thinking, you know what, I'm just going to go out there and I'm just going to tell them, I'm just going to give them the money to do the job because I've already won. I've already got my way. And you know what, at the end of the day, I want them to do a good job, and I want them to be blessed by working for me. So I go out there and I'm looking at them and I'm thinking, frick, if I go over there, that's just going to, why give the money away? I've already made the money back. I've already don't have to, tough, right? So I go over there and I'm like, hey man, listen, I want you to do a good job. I've decided I'm just going to pay you the $2,500 you want to do this. Oh man, that guy's whole demeanor lights up. His whole face changes. Everything about his countenance changes. His guys are happy. He's smiling. He's working hard. I didn't have to do that. But having grit to do the right thing, having grit to go above and beyond for the people that we work with is absolutely incredible. And you know what? $2,500 is not the end of the world. But what I just did was I just created another warrior. I just created another guy who believes in me. And that's so important for your business. So having grit allows us to have an incredible customer experience. Because when we have grit and we exceed in every single one of these things, the customer experience happens. It comes through. Going above and beyond for our customers. Our customers are our subcontractors. They are our employees. Right? They are our clients. We got to have grit. We got to be tough in every situation. This used to be get your boots wet, right? Get your boots wet. Don't be afraid to get in there and get the work done. And so I tell you that without grit, there is no incredible customer experience. There is no top of the flywheel. You got to be tough. Hey, the family's going on vacation, but the work's not done. What do? I know we say God, family, business. What a tight line that is. But guess what? You can't honor God. You can't honor your family. You can't take care of your family. You can't take care of your business if you don't get the work done. And sometimes you got to have the grit to get it done. Or you have to have the grit to say, you know what? I'm going. That's fine. When you go to sleep, I'm going to work. Many times I've worked 24 hours a day, 40 hours straight. Many, many times. Because I got to do the very best. I got to have the most grit. You're the superstar. You set the tone. It's your business. You got to set the tone. For each other, this one is so huge, right? So huge in everything that we do. And I think for each other comes down to training. Right? We got to train our people. If we do not train our people, they can't succeed. Right? What does training look like? We onboard them, we bring them in, we have orientation, we train them on sales, we train them on operations, and we put them out in the field. I'm not saying that we train everybody perfect every single time, but we work really hard at it, and we're always trying to get better at it. That's for each other. That's enabling them to succeed. The other thing is we got to set the expectations, right? For each other means that we are on the same page. Just to go back to have grit, since Rich is here with me. Rich is flying to Austin, Texas next week. We're going to be at the SIMA Leadership Show. That's cool. That's having some grit. He's going to be out there in the 105-degree heat. But it also goes to for each other. Because he asked me, he said, hey man, what's the attire? And I'm like, well, you can wear shorts if you want. Oh, really? That's cool. Let's just wear a trans blue shirt, you know? But we set the expectation. That's for each other. That way, he doesn't show up in shorts, and I'm like, hey man, why are you wearing shorts? That's not professional. Right? We had the conversation about what that looked like, so it best represents the brand. It's okay, man. It's hot. I might even throw on some shorts. I don't know. We'll see. Probably not. But at the end of the day, you know, we gotta be for each other. And, you know, when we look at for each other, you know, look at what I shared with you about the air conditioning unit, right? That's not for each other. For each other would be coming to the supervisor, would be coming to Dave and say, hey man, I'm a little warm. Can I get a fan? Can we turn down the can we turn down the AC unit a little bit? That for each other, that $3,800, right? That can go to bonuses. That can go to healthcare. That can go to, pizza lunch Fridays. That goes to all of those things. For each other is so important. For each other means that when I'm about ready to leave for work and I see Paul down in the lower lot and he's got 2 yards of gravel sitting there. This is a true story, just happened 2 weeks ago. And he's shoveling it into the back of into the bucket of the excavator, and he's sweating and he's tired and it's 100 degrees out. You know what I do? I just grab a shovel. And I said, hey man, go sit in the skid, scoop a little, and I'll do all the shoveling. I sat there for an hour and did all the shoveling for him. Because that's for each other, because he's worked hard all day, because he's been out in the heat all day. I've been sitting in a nice air-conditioned office all day, because this was before somebody screwed up the dial or turned down the heat. But that's for each other, man. That's really diving in and looking out for the team. And that's the expectation, is that we are for one another. We look out for one another. We have one another's back. If something goes wrong on a job, we don't throw the sales guy under the bus because he missed something in the bid. We're just like, hey, listen, I've noticed this is what we can do. But we don't say, oh man, I can't believe Mike screwed that up again. He's done this a few times and it's really hard to work with him. I have a few upset clients right now. What does that do? That just makes us look bad. That's not for each other. What about these reviews? What are we doing about review management? Because if for each other is a key to our success, but we're getting negative reviews, that means that the customer is not getting an incredible customer experience, right? A negative review is not a credible customer experience. If Rich's car gets scratched, that is not an incredible customer experience. Rich likes to drive fast. The reason I'm talking to Rich is because I'm recording this as a video and I got to talk to somebody. So Rich, you're the guy today. He just gave me the thumbs up. But we got to have that incredible customer experience. And so for each other means that we have that. Paul gets a call on his birthday. He's taking his birthday off. He wakes up at noon. Eric, the project manager, calls him and says, hey, I need to go dig a ditch. Paul says, well, if Dave Wescott didn't tell you to call me, I'm not doing it, and hung up the phone. And then he says he's sitting there on the couch, and he's like, for each other, that's our core value, for each other. Calls him back and says, tell me where to be, I'll be there in 20 minutes. That's for each other, man. And you know what happened? That led to an incredible customer experience because the ditch got done, the electrical got put in, the paving got done. Everything happened like it was supposed to because our team was for each other so that we could deliver an incredible customer experience, which led to a positive review instead of a negative review. Little choices that are built into our core values affect every single thing that we do. It's why we've built this amazing TransBlue Connect software that is replacing LMN. That's right, LMN's going away. The Franchise Advisory Council is already using and has access to the new TransBlue Connect software, and it's an absolute game changer. That's for each other. That's us living that core value for you. The core values are absolutely imperative to our success in business. We cannot operate, we cannot live, we cannot execute without them. Help first. This is probably one of my favorite core values. Help first. You know what Rich has been doing all day? Rich has been out working on a paving job for a city contract. He's been out there shooting videos all day. And at the end of the day, he comes back here and he's got to shoot video with me. That's helping first, right? That's not saying, oh man, I'm too tired. Oh man, I can't believe it. He's focused on What is the outcome? How am I going to help the business? How am I going to help Dave? How am I going to help Jim? Ralph's not here. He's in Colorado helping Michael, right? Helping grow Michael's business. Guess what? Michael doesn't pick up 1 penny of that video shoot. You want to talk about another franchise company that really believes in help first, that really believes in for each other, that really have grit? We are spending thousands of our own dollars to send Ralph out, to load him up with camera equipment, thousands of dollars of camera equipment, put him on an airplane, put him in a hotel, have him go out, spend the day with Michael. We don't owe you that. That's not a part of the deal. You know what that is? That's us going above and beyond to deliver an incredible customer experience to you, our franchise owner. We care about your growth in your market, in your city, because that testimonial, that review of that project, that shot of your office, that helps you sell more work, makes you more validated in your market. And it's us saying, we got your back. We're in this together. We are shoulder to shoulder. Guess what? We're going to pony up the expenses to come out there and shoot the video and do that for you. And that is an incredible customer experience, whether you understand the magnitude of what it even takes to be able to do that for you on your behalf. But our team is absolutely focused on help first, and Ralph is out there shooting that video. And in return, that video helps every single franchise owner because it shows the power of the business. It shows the incredible projects we're able to do, and it helps you in your markets. So by delivering an incredible customer experience, it allows us to be able to shoot Ralph out to Colorado to shoot this project, to get video, to get pictures, hopefully get testimonials, and fly back. And that incredible customer service just revolves. Boom, 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 boom. And that makes us an amazing business, a powerful business, a business that's better than anybody other business out there. And it's because we are focused on incredible customer experience. And I love Help First because that incredible customer experience allows us to help people all over the world. And not only do we help our franchise owners, we're helping people in Washington. We just signed up with this amazing veterans program where we're donating money and helping amazing veterans. Right? Super focused on this. It's an amazing thing. We're helping Dawson's Place. We help Next Steps Pregnancy Clinic. We help New Heart Foundation. We help Marked by Heaven. We help Dee's Hope. We help Birthday Wishes. We help all of these places that change the world. The seeds and the fruit that we're planting is changing the world. We don't even know. We don't even see it. The ripple effect is huge, right? They call it the butterfly effect. The butterfly flaps its wings in one place and the ripple is felt in another. So every time you do a job, you are actually helping the world. It's amazing. Right? Dawson's Place, absolutely incredible. They are a place that is there for sexually abused children. They've got the sheriffs on one floor. They've got the prosecutors on another floor. They've got all the social services on another. And you know what they do? They help these little children who have been taken advantage of. And we support that. Champion sponsor, $15,000 a year. We can't do that without you delivering an incredible customer experience. And we cannot do that without the core value, help first. So what are we doing to help first? Helping our staff, helping our employees, helping our teams, helping every single person grow, help every single person be better. If you see somebody that needs help with the gravel, help them pick it up. Right? If somebody needs help with a bid, help them get it done. If you see a contractor who's struggling and could use a couple of more bucks, it's not going to kill you. Dive in there, help him out. Really live for that help first core value. Absolutely important to our business. I'm bringing this in for a landing. And the funny thing is that was my intro. That was supposed to be my 5-minute intro about the flywheel and the core values, right? Normally we give that at the beginning and it's real quick and we go over it, but I want you to know how passionate we are and why these core values are so important to our business. Help first. Man, get on LinkedIn. Help every single one of your fellow franchisees. Get on LinkedIn. Post your projects on LinkedIn. Share on LinkedIn. For each other, get on LinkedIn. For each other, have grit, right? Have grit to get on LinkedIn. Make the time to make the post. Make the time to share. Make the time to make the connections. Connect. Get those proposals out. Nail those job handoffs. Make sure they're absolutely perfect. You know what one of my favorite for each others is? Make sure your teams don't have to work insane hours. Make sure they have the weekends off. Make sure they don't have to work past 5, 6 o'clock at night. Make sure they don't have to start super early in the morning. Take care of your team. If you want to grow your business, you got to take care of your people. If you do not take care of your people, you will not grow. If you do not take care of your people, you cannot keep your clients. If you can't keep your clients, you will not succeed. And these basics, this business success all comes down to an incredible customer experience. Outside of that, what are we focused on? Speed, man. What are our 3 uniques? We got to have speed. We're going to be the fastest to deliver. We're going to be the fastest to start the work. We are going to deliver everything at lightning speed. That's the goal, right? That's our uniques. That's what sets us apart. Let's drive that speed. Let's get the work done. Quality. We've got to deliver a high level of quality because be engaged, be nimble, see it through, have grit, for each other, help first. None of these core values are possible, right? Without quality. We've got to have an uncompromised dedication to quality. Quality is the roots of our business. And it comes by being engaged in what the customer wants from day one. It comes by being nimble with the client and giving them what they need. It comes by seeing it through on the job site, with the job handoff, with the job execution, with the subcontractor, with the two-a-days, being on site every single day. Having grit, finishing when it's hot out. Somebody said the other day they were going home because it was hot. I was like, what are you talking about? You're going home because it's hot? You're going home when it's raining? You go home when it snows? Do you ever work? Gets me fired up. Have some grit. Have some see it through. Right? And be there for each other. Let's make that money. Let's put that in the bank for our family, for ourselves, for everything that we need to do, for our communities. Let's make the world a better place. But we can't do it unless we do it together. And then price. You want to have a higher price? Then deliver higher quality. What's the difference between a Rolex and a Timex? Or maybe we'll ask Rich, what's the difference between a Honda and a Ferrari? Because he just drove a Ferrari.
Whole world of difference.
There's a whole world of difference. But at the end of the day, it's still a car that takes you from A to B, right? It's still the same car you're going to go through the McDonald's drive-thru with. Don't do that because it's not quality. I'm just kidding. But seriously, you know, look at who you are. You know why they can charge, what is it, $250,000 for a Ferrari? Is that what a Ferrari is going for, $250,000? Plus or minus?
That's the beginning place.
That's the beginning place. That's the floor model starts at, the base model starts at $250K. But what's the difference between that and the Honda? Name, right? Recognition, value, performance, quality, all the things we talked about. Being engaged in what their customer wants, being nimble to be able to provide them with the performance that they want, see it through, make sure they could deliver on the product, because if the wheels fall off the Ferrari, we wouldn't be driving it. Having grit, right? Getting it done. How do they stay an industry leader for all those years? How do they stay ahead of the competition? Right? For each other, they're looking out for their teams, their clients, and who they are. But guess what? Their client is niche. We're all not going to go out tomorrow and borrow a Ferrari. So here it is. Here's the deal, and this is what I'm ending with. This is my challenge to you. Be a Ferrari in a sea of Hondas. Stand out, be different. And all we need to do that is deliver speed, deliver quality, deliver price, and live by our super simple core values. Be engaged, be nimble, see it through, have grit for each other, help first, and deliver an incredible customer experience. That is our flywheel. The faster our flywheel moves, the more money we make, the more successful we are, the happier we are, the more we love our franchise, the more we love our franchise business, the more we look out for each other. That is the owner's call. That's what I'm here to preach. That's what I'm here to say. All that was off the top of my head for 60 minutes straight. I'm super impressed with myself. Y'all have a great weekend. Thank you very much.